How's the other thing? We are selecting top. We are selecting topics of always on the topical interests, which are important, which are required, and where the corporate world is facing problem. Now, today's topic is also very burning topic: role of AI in legal sector. As you are aware, in the era driven by technology innovation, AI has emerged as a transforming force across sectors. The legal sector, often perceived as a traditional bound and document driven, uh, and now which is undergoing a profound shift owing to adoption of AI. With the AI powered tools and platforms will change the face of this industry. From automating the small work or small tasks to enhancing legal research and even predicting case outcome also, which is also not possible earlier. This is possible through AI. AI is revolutionizing how legal services are delivered, managed, and assessed. Now, friends, as you are aware, in this webinar, we have distinguished experts from law, academician, and technology will share insight on how AI revolutionization will change how this legal research, compliances, dispute resolution, contact analysis, and beyond will change face. Today, we will discuss on various topics, and our topics which we have given to the entire audience, that we will understand the AI in the legal context. We will discuss key application of AI in the legal sector and how these adoption of these things will benefit in the integration in law. Role of AI in the legal database, challenges and ethical concern, and road ahead, human plus machine collaboration will change what new face it will bring. So before going to the topic, I just want to extend my hearty thanks to our learned panelists for today's webinar. I know Mr. Singh is from US, and this is a very odd time, and he's participating. So we are grateful to you. He's a visionary CEO and over 20 years of experience in the technology industry, known for his innovative contribution to the life science and telecom sectors. Since 2020, he has been led Squint in as a CEO, having owned the company since 2001 and served as a CTO for 19 years. Under his leadership, Squint launched various applications, a cutting-edge mixed reality platform, revolutionizing training and operation through smart glasses. He has a previous role, including IT consultant and various other roles he has done. He holds an MBA degree in IT from Reuters, and he has business solution in computer engineering from NGIT, holder of multiple patents. CJ lives by his motto: image, think, and act. And with this, his motto of image, think, and act, today's AI will work on the same thing, that how we can visualize, how we can think, and how we can implement it. So thank you, Mr. Singh, for joining at this odd hour in USA. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the introduction.
Yeah. Then we have a Manoj Bhargavi, Director, Corporate Law Advisor. He's publishing veteran from over 3 decades of experience in the field of legal publishing. And he is enthusiastic and specialized to undertake and implement new projects, which is a part of this. And if I can ask, the maximum impact his industry will get and the changes his industry can bring out something different. He started an independent journey as an entrepreneur in 2008 with an acquisition of print journal and vision of creating an online library research tool on corporate and business law. Successfully launched the online library research tool CLA Online in 2011 and screened over a period of time to make India's leading source of legal information on corporate and business law, recommendation by University Grant Commission for the college and university across. Thank you, Manoj, for participating and organizing.
Sure.
All other speakers, we are grateful to you. Now come to our star batsman, Mr. Sakar Yadav. You have seen recently the Economic Times front page advertisement of Lex Legis AI, and without any photo, the company's name was there, but today we are introducing the person behind this, who is doing tremendously different things in this corporate world and in the legal area of AI. Everybody is doing AI, but AI in legal area, who is doing? Then Sakar Yadav is one of the front runner who is doing this. He is a visionary founder of Less Legacy AI. Is a pioneering AI-driven legal solution research firm, and he is the person behind this in India. And then with over 25 years of deep domain expertise in law, he has revolutionized legal research by integrating cutting-edge technology. Less Legacy AI hosts India's latest repository of judgment and appeals, specializing in legal research, law, tax law, analyzing, and e-filing solution. I welcome Mr. Saka for this webinar, and the most important thing that your participation will give boost to people and the authenticity of this. No doubt, I can understand India or professional world is a reactive, not the proactive. People are also thinking AI is another tool which will come. But those who adopt this, they will far ahead. On those who will follow, they will just be follower in future. Today's webinar, we have a structure in such a manner. I'll give just a introduction, and then Manoj will cover about this, because Manoj will bridge the gap of, because he is working in this industry. So the research part, another thing he will cover. Then Mr. Singh, who is a technologist from international arena, he'll discuss, and then Mr. Sakar will tell us about the entire gamut of this. So, two gentlemen. First, Manoj will talk about the research part and the other database part, how it can helpful for everybody, how this legal research, legal work, legal things will helpful them. And Mr. Singh will tell technology things. It will be a two integrated thing. And then the implementation part, which Mr. Sakar is doing, we will discuss on this. And then we will have a question answer session after 5:30 p.m. The people after completing their session. So friends, I'll just take a few minutes to tell you, because AI, the technology is a integral part of mine. And for the benefit of others, I'll tell you, I was when I was in my company, or when I started my life, professional life, my first purchase was a Casio database management address book. And in 1984, I used first time Sinclair. That small computer was coming, small, and we made a, with the help of my one of my niece. He was very nephew. He was doing this, so he was IT person, and so we were playing. And I remember today, you can see how many balls are remaining and how many runs is the average. That time we made a small software, and Benson has his cup. We are doing so since '84. I'm using IT technology. And when I joined my first company, BLB Limited, my first thing, that the entire computerization of my broking industry. And in 2000, in I think 98, I started in BLB Limited, a blb.com, I think 2000, not 98. And we started a BLB Limited company, online broking that time. And we had so many things. And for 2003, I started one juristindia.com, and the entire database, entire thing, system, everything was there. But later on, I left the company and I started my own consulting. And so you can understand, after doing work of 15 years, then you start your new, so leaving your salary and the thing, my focus has shifted. But even then, after that, 2007 or 8, we got first Tata NEN award for hottest startup for our takeovercode.com. That's a site which is converting entire procedure relating to this. So this is our background, and in our company, we launched a companiesAct.in, a website, and we were having a 70,000 registered
What happened?
Hi, good evening, everybody. कैसे हैं?
Uh,
Singh साहब.
yeah, I can hear you. I think we lost.
Hi, Sakar.
कैसे हैं मनोज भैया?
First class, first class. You tell.
All well, all well. Hello,
Yeah.
participants. I think Singh साहब, I think you can start assuming.
नहीं नहीं वो it's मतलब I think they should be joining. Okay. We might not be able. I don't know whether we are available for
I think
the
he's
topic.
back. He's back. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah, Manoj, I'm Manoj. I'm able to hear you. You are able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So Manoj, I'll tell you.
Your voice is echoing.
Yeah, just a minute. This is happening.
I think you're logged on both of your computer and your
Okay.
phone.
So no, I think now this is okay. Yeah, this is okay.
This is good.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I'm sorry, this is happening first time because I'm outside, so some Wi-Fi connection. So this precision paperwork and people is now standing face to face with AI. And in my opinion, this is not a passing wave, it is tsunami in transformation that will happen. And the AI will not assist to legal profession, but it reshape it also. Because the way we are thinking, we have a traditional system. Earlier, we were having a case law, the advocate who will be the expert, who can tell you the 10 cases or 20 cases. But today, the junior most person can bring out the best cases, which is relating to this. So AI is evolving from a tool to a partner in legal practice. That is one part. And it is moving from repetitive work to delivering judgment, the strategy, which is powered by AI. Now, if you just see this, the latest development which are taking place, tool like uh, Harbly, Lexis AI, Spellbox, it's international. They draft context. ChatGPT is also, which is you can understand the way it is changing. In India also, Lexis, which is a Sakar company, Bakil Search, Spot Draft, Legal Mind. So many sites are there which are doing. Thomson Reuters Best Law upon AI predictive cases. They predict cases also there. Indian platform are also and doing this. Now, the question is how the AI will change the legal industry forever. Number one, which is most important, earlier the technology was costly. And today, this AI will democratize the law. That is the most important thing which will change shape. And it is not that now it is in the hands of few people, other people can also see this. Then lawyers won't be replaced, but augmented. So people are sometimes confused that okay, this machine learning and all these things will change the lawyers or lawyers' business will over. No, they will not be over. Only thing is business will be qualitative and improved. So future lawyer will be legal technologist and someone who understand law, technology, and data. New legal role will emerge, that is also the ethics officials, prompt engineer for legal AI, algo auditors, legal data, and dispute resolution will also change. There's ODR, which is there, and it will definitely reduce the work of the court also. Now, somebody was asking me, so that AI will take away jobs. I say no, AI will not take away jobs, but a lawyers who knows AI definitely might. So It is not the AI will take, but the lawyer who knows the AI and you don't know the AI, then your job will be taken away by this lawyer. So now the question is what AI can do. So legal research, they can do legal research, time consuming process always in the legal research. It's prone to human error because sometimes you cannot search everything, often misses recent ruling and some minorities opinion which can affect your case law. Now AI will transform search across million of case law instantly, predict which precedent court are likely to follow, and summarize judgment and create a relevance ranking for you. And then they can suggest your counter argument based on the facts. I was just doing one exercise that day with ChatGPT. I put one query and I told, give me the answer in favor of this. Then I did another thing. Then I asked, now give me the against this logic the chat GPT has given. Then I told chat GPT, now you are the judge and read both the cases, both the argument and tell me your judgment. And now it has come out very well. So today, when you are preparing your case, you are preparing for your favor, but you are not preparing understanding the what the other person will argue. So that is another part that you have to do. So lawyer will spend less time on researching, more on strategizing and analyzing judgment and guiding client for deeper insight. That is the legal research part. Contract drafting and review, that will also take because manual preparation is taking, then checking the risk clause and errors and compliances. So many things are there. But in all agreement, there is a one structure which is common. Only thing is you can take out the best thing, but you can focus on risk part and the part which is more on the business related thing. So draft first level contract they can do, review contract they can do, and they can compare with industry benchmark. So by doing this, lawyers shift from being drafter to becoming risk advisor and deal architect. This is my view, that focus on the negotiation strategy, not repetitive work which they are doing. Then in the compliance and regulatory filing also, the entire thing will change. Manual ranking or clerical and high risk due to deadlines or complexity is always there. So AI will help track and alert changing law, autofill the forms, that is called document generator, and predict upcoming risk for scanning companies' data that they can do. Compliance work will become predictive and preventive because today this is one problem and not repetitive. Lawyers will advise broader productivity and becoming strategic governance advisor. Then come to the relating to the due diligence and other thing, that is also because you have to review hundreds of document, agreement, license, litigation, and highly manual and error prone things. Here you can read thousands of documents in minutes, identify red flags, non-standard clause, missing documents. All these things you can do, and lawyers will become analyst and advisor, not just to ticking box and doing an entire team is working, interpreting AI finding for deal structuring and risk mitigation. That will be their role, which will take place. Now, legal advisory and opinion. Time incentive opinion writing based on the statute, case law, and interpretation. That is one part. So, statute is one part, case law is another part, which I just told you, research part, and then interpretation. So sometimes you interpret, but you don't have a case law, which is on which we are doing. So now you can get everything. So AI co-pilots can draft and first version of opinion, highlight relevance law, even simultaneous opposing view, which I have just told you. So advisory become faster and more accurate, allowing lawyers to add judgment, ethics, and business context, which is normally missing because they focus on legal part. Then client management and knowledge management, that is another part which Manoj is doing. That AI powered chatbot or virtual legal assistance will also come. A smart knowledge base that learn from every case handled by the firm. So law firm will often 24 by 7 intelligent client support because today we close our office at particular time, but chatbot can create and provide, and the partners will make data informed decision on the basis of this. Now, the question is, what is the bigger picture? In my opinion, bigger picture will be that and bigger difference will come precision and speed. Lawyer will deliver 10x faster than the highest accuracy. When I use ChatGPT, I'm not much impressed of so many things, but the one thing I'm impressed, you click, it's work like Aladdin ka chirag. You just click, an answer is start writing. That is one thing that when he has read what is the document you have put in, how it is done, it is just a uh, power of AI and in the legal sector will help. New revenue models will come now. This is because I always try to do futuristic thing. So new revenue model, fixed fee for AI assistant work. So you can tell your client that okay, you pay me fixed fees for assistant which I'm providing, and lawyers earn for uh, various other things which is there like strategy and outcome, not our space which is today. So you make the strategy, the our work is doing by AI, which is paying less. So the client will also face feel that the AI has brought out their cost also, which is very costly in the legal world. Global practice will also emerge because Indian advocate, when they work, they are not expert on the international law. They have to talk to the advocate. But now, for Indian law, this is risk also. This is positive also. You can do that practice also across any jurisdiction subject to their law. But simultaneously, if you have to give opinion, you have to give something, you can give. Then inclusion and access. AI will enable delivery of quality legal service to tier 2 or 3 city under sub communities. So that is another aspects which will come, which will be new feature, new things. Lots of advocates have started following AI. They have formed their team. They are working on various software. Things are there. So, which I told you, whether AI will take your work, no, AI will not take. AI will improve my work. AI will give me more tools, and I have to understand AI is nothing but a tool for me on which I have to work. So uh, these are my opening comments, and I will request now, Manoj, because you are aware that I am always try to create. We have formed a group in our office also. 19 young professionals are part of the AI club, and they are working out that what is the things which they can do, and that's why we identified this AVM. We have given lots of presentation and all created by AI. So the speed and time limit reduced drastically, and we are now using this. And my advice to all professionals, those who are here, that please adopt this. This is not a threat. This is an opportunity. This is a tool. You use this tool. I will not name. I have people in my office, those who were doing my various work. But I don't require now. My work is handled by this. So this is one point that one person can do one work. Today I am getting my medical report, I can put it and I can get advice, I can get my food data, I am putting my agreement, it can come, I am putting my social media things, so many things AI can do. Use it and enjoy it, and you will be a different person, different professional, and different organization which you are running today with the help of AI. With this, I will request Manoj, now you please carry forward this. And Manoj, I will request you, though I am now a stable data, but in case the connection is loose, so you will act in my on my behalf. Over to
Yeah.
you, Manoj.
Thank you, Pavanji. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this important webinar on this important topic. You have already given the background, vast background about AI and its roles. First of all, let me commend you and team corporate professional for having conducted more than 200 webinars, continuous basis, every week from 4 to 6 p.m. That's a commendable thing. So let us start with today's topic. I would be giving my perspective about, am I audible?
No.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you are.
Manoj, you are out.
Okay. So I would be discussing about my perspective about, since I am coming from the database industry, so my perspective about database and the role of AI. So, and second thing I would be covering about mainly focus on corporate laws, because corporate law is one of the most dynamic law and most diverse law. Daily circulars and notifications are coming. So many scattered laws, daily rules and regulations are coming. So I would be focusing mainly on corporate laws. That's my domain. And we also have the database on corporate laws. That's why. So can I share my 3-4 slides?
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So according to me, the two main expectations from AI are, number one, doing research. By doing research, what I mean is that by putting in some intricate queries, we expect it to give some simple answers, which are meaningful answers. So that is the most important aspect about what we expect, that is doing research. Second thing, which we all are playing with and which we all are doing with AIs and ChatGPT is the interactive thing, that we interact with AI for various activities. Pawanji has already elaborated about so many activities which can be done through AI. Most important from them are like summarizing. You can put it 1,000-page judgment and it can evaluate and summarize it in 15 seconds and give you the summarization of it. You can do drafting of documents. So all those things are the interactive part of the AI. So we expect these two things mainly from AI. Now, before we move on to the AI part, since I am talking about the database part, so let's understand the background of the existing databases and the existing research methodology which these databases do. Now, CLA Online, which is, I'm talking about the primary corporate law database, consists primarily of the judgments, which are from 1950, the legislations, which are updated on daily basis, the circulars and notifications, again since 1950. According to us, these three are the primary pillars of any AI model who is working on the legal aspect. Apart from this, we also have articles, queries, and commentaries. But for today's discussion, I'm restricting myself to judgment, legislation, circulars, and notifications. These three are the primary pillars. And the type of searches we do these days through our databases, for all the databases, this is not common to only particularly to this, but to all the databases, the type of searches are mainly limited to words, phrases, and keywords. For example, if I want to search, say, case laws on directors, in which I want to find on negotiable instrument act, check bouncing, in which directors are not prosecuted for and are not held liable for the offense. So it will list out several cases in which these words would be appearing: prosecuted, negotiable, 138, director, all these things. And we have to evaluate from those results ourselves that which results match us. So it has become a very cumbersome exercise. And we have seen over a period of time, this research work is being delegated to the juniors, to the interns. Now, these days, the professionals are not doing the research work. Why? Just because it has become so cumbersome. Now, in this background, we talk about the evolution of the AI models, the ChatGPT. We would like to give a thumbs up to its ability to summarize, to interact, and to draft documents. Everyone is using it. It has come by a storm. Everyone is using it. So that's a thumbs up for that. But the critical part I would be discussing now is the thumbs down part. As far the research part is concerned, we all know whenever we do a research on any AI, we are 80% or 90% sure that it would not be giving accurate results. It would be giving us the results which are hallucinated, which gives fabricated names, which gives fabricated citations. That's a very, very common feature, and we have got used to it. We have taken it, but that we have to use it for the interactive part, and we do not want to do any research on these AIs. Now the important question comes, which is my main topic of today, in which I would be critically evaluating that what is the limitation of these AI models, these chat GPT, why are they not helping us in the research aspect? The main thing is that this chat GPT is based on a language model. It is based on large language model, LLM. So it's not domain specific. It has not been created for that purpose. We are using it for that purpose, but it was built on a LLM basis. We have to use the subsets of it to create a domain specific model. It works on the documents which are indexed on Google. So that is critical part, that it works only on those documents which are indexed on Google. So what I mean to say is, if we are giving an inferior input to chat GPT, it will automatically give an inferior output. Now, let me explain this, what I mean by inferior input and inferior output, particularly in context of corporate laws. See, in corporate laws, as I told you earlier, our three primary pillars of this AI are the judgments, the notification and circulars, and the legislation part. Now we come to judgment part. In corporate laws, the judgments, everyone would be surprised to know that 80% of the law, the 80% of the cases are decided, settled at the tribunal level. Tribunal level, I mean, earlier it was company law board, now it is NCLT. So 80% of the cases are settled at that level. Our tribunal was formed in the year 1991, company law board. And it existed till the period of 2015 or 16, when NCLT was born. So during these 25 years, all the judgments which came in, they are not available on Google. These 25 years of judgments, which forms the basis of the judgments of corporate law, are not available on Google. Then from 1950 till 1990, when the tribunal was originated, again, those judgments are not available because at that time, the systems were not all that internet savvy. It was only in 2010, after the year 2010, the judgments have started coming on the internet, on the Google. So for these 65 years, which is the major part of the corporate law side, the judgments are not available on Google. So how would anyone index them? One important thing I would again like to mention here is that up till 2010, I would like to tell the system, what the system was. Up till 2010, we were, as publishers, the corporate reporter of all the courts. We were getting all the judgments in hard copy up till the year 2010. And there were heaps and heaps of the judgments which we received from all the courts, from all the tribunals. So we were the court reporters till that time. After 2010, that practice has stopped. So this was about the judgment, that this huge chunk of judgments are not available on the Google. Similar is the case with notification and circulars. If you go on MCA website and you try to find out notifications prior to 2000 or 2015, you will not find notifications. The company law was started in the year 1956. And till date, there are so many circulars, there are so many notifications which are relevant of the year 1956 Companies Act. All those notifications and circulars are not available even on MCA website. So that second leg is also missing from Google. Now we come to the third leg, that is the legislation. In legislation, There are so many amendments, so many rules and regulations which are changing every day. But those changes are coming, but the parent legislation, the parent regulation, that is not being maintained by any authority on Google or on the ministry's website. So these are the limitations when these three pillars, the three legs of legislation, the judgments, the circulars and case laws, these are not available on Google. How can ChatGPT index them and give you the accurate results? This is the main reason of the limitation of ChatGPT, or for that matter, it's not only restricted to corporate law, it is also on the civil and the criminal law, because it is only after 2010 the case laws have started coming in. If you may say that 1950 SEBI cases are available on Supreme Court website and all these websites, but the problem is those are in scanned images on which ChatGPT or other AIs would not work. So that is the major problem which is happening. So now I will discuss about what's the future as database publishers. What's the future about keeping these things in mind? So as a publisher, we have to upgrade ourselves from static database to intelligent database. That is the challenge for us. We have to do it. Second is the keyword search, which I was referring earlier, has to become contextual search. In the same example, if I take earlier, when I was saying that give me the case laws on Negotiable Instrument Act, in which directors are not responsible for check bouncing cases and they are not prosecuted. So I would be getting 1,000 results in the earlier context. Now I should be getting only 30 results. So because the platform will understand the context I am talking about, in which context I am talking. It will give, I have to make the platform in a way in which I would be speaking to the platform. I would be speaking to lakhs and lakhs of authentic pages, and the AI would be giving me the contextual result immediately. Third thing would be the predictive analysis. It has already come. I would be putting my case into the system and asking it what are my chance of success. So this would be the predictive thing which would be coming. It will depend upon the AI provider whether how much he would like to open this predictive thing for the customer. So this was about the database part. Now comes the broader part, that what would be the role of AI in other areas. It could be endless number of things. Pawanji has already spoken a lot about many things. I would be speaking about 4 or 5 things only. Compliance management is one of them, which would be a very, very important aspect with AI, when people can use AI for compliance management, due diligence, then contract management. Contract management would again be a very important thing. There are companies, big companies with thousands and thousands of contracts with so many clauses, and they've got a full legal team to manage the clauses of the contracts. So this AI would be very helpful over there. This another thing would be, which would be of our interest, would be coming out with books with AI features. You can just talk to the book. It will immediately give you the results. You need not be going through the complete book. Another important thing could be that integrating of the knowledge repository of law firms, of the regulatory firms, of the government houses with some domain specific databases. So that would be giving a new perspective of AI in terms of the knowledge. Next would be, everyone is talking about this, and Sakar would also be speaking about this, would be it will help reduce code pendency. Code pendency can come down drastically. In fact, the argument part of the code proceedings, it would be taken care of by the AI part very easily. It would only be the CPC part, the procedural part, which will be taking time. So it has all the efficiency of reducing code pendency. Then it would be very helpful to the regulators. The income tax department is already using it. MCA, SEBI, everyone is already using it. They would be further using it for tracking of defaulters and for many things. So I would like to finally conclude. What would be the conclusion? That first of all, we as database providers have to upgrade ourselves from static to intelligent platforms. Number two, which all of you should be aware of, including the AI developers, is that the AI developer, the regulators, and the professionals like you have to understand that authentic databases are the foundation for any AI model. The AI model cannot run just hearsay on Google or anything. The authentic database are to be the foundation for the AI models for the best results, for the authentic results. And number three, the AI generated, whatever results are generated. See, if you talk about common language, whatever results come, that is okay. But in AI generated results, the valid legal source has to be there, a valid citation has to be there, so that the confidence which this AI is bringing is built up. Adoption of AI in the responsible manner is the key. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Manoj. Thank you. You have given a right point, and your crux of this point is very, very important. That garbage in, garbage out. Good thing in, good thing out. So that is a crux you have mentioned. That if AI will, because AI is a tool, it is fetching data. So if the data is not, the inside data is not correct, it will fetch the same thing. You're absolutely right. So now, Manoj, we will use a certain point I have noted down for the question answer. Now turn to Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, I have put in between Manoj and Mr. Sakar, you as a technological person. You may not be in this domain area, okay, like Manoj and Sakar is working, but you are doing technological work, and the technology work on a one simple principle, that what is input, that will be the output. And how you can modify the output, that is the important thing. That in output you multiply, you put your thought process, and whatever you can think, you can give same input, output will also become. So now your turn, because you are in the international area also, meeting with people. What is your call on this, and what is your advice for the professional, and how they should prepare it, and the technology, where it will take to all of us? Over to you, Mr. Singh.
Thank you very much. You can call me CJ. I just go by CJ.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
um, first of all, as a background, I do work with what they're called contract management systems. That's one of the things my company does. So we do deal with a lot of legal professionals. It helps companies make them more efficient on handling large volumes of contracts and make them more compliant. So I do on a regular basis deal with legal professions in biotech, telecom, and different industries.
Okay.
So thank you for the opportunity. I hope we are able to share something with all the listeners of your program, of your webinar, about this critical topic. We are at a very interesting stage in our lives, where AI has become, how Googling was a thing. Now AI is becoming a thing, and we are seeing this transition from AI becoming more of it's transitioning from being a tool to be a partner. I think that's a key term that you had brought up during your introduction, that how do we make AI to be as a side thing to becoming part of our daily lives. And I'm going to be touching on three things. First, hey, what is the role of technology? What is technology going to do about this? What we as a technologists are doing to make this journey better. What are some of the applications? I think a number of them have already been mentioned. What are some of the applications that I foresee coming out of this? And lastly, what are the issues? And Manoj brought up a number of them. And I think what are the issues? So I'll start with the technology aspect, right? So we've all seen chatbots. ChatGPT is probably, in my opinion, one of the worst named products, but it's part of our lives now. We all know what that is. We know what it does. It's essentially a generative AI question answer. It knows the language really well. right? So that we have started using on our regular lives. The second thing that is coming big is you can think of it as it's continuously monitoring. It's continuously monitoring your content. New content comes in, it continuously monitors it, looking at what are the questions of the day, and it's going back and looking at all the content that it has so that it can help you make decisions. This is sort of like, think of it as automations. So automations are another key thing that are coming in that will change the way we use AI. And the third one is that has already been touched on, is the predictive analysis. You essentially, it looks at all the content that it has around it, and it will make predictions. This is this is what we call machine learning. This is where the machine are learning based on all the content that we have provided, and it is helping you with predictively in terms of, it could be case law, it could be, how to present something, what are the different ways to present a particular topic. So predictive analysis is another big thing that is happening. So, I mean, the overall goal of technology, for this is, number one is quality. Unless we have trust, nothing will work, right? The reason we started searching and liking Google was a level of trust that was built up. So unless we can build trust with this, and part of, technology plays a big role in this. So quality is one. Speed, of course, we need the answers fast. We live in a high speed, high thought, quick results era. And number three is cost, right? Cost is of course, the more we use something, the cost will go down. And I think the biggest thing that technology can do is to make it accessible to a lot more people. This will not be something that only a certain number of people who can buy high price subscriptions will have. This is something that everybody will have. So it'll make it accessible to everyone. And as far as applications are concerned, a number of them have been discussed already. So where I see, playing a big role is in education. I think the way we teach law students is going to change. AI is going to play a big role in how the new lawyers come out. For them, AI will be part of their daily routines. They will be, I can foresee, like, AI-based curriculums, interactive curriculums, where you're not only reading a book, you're actually interacting with a book or interacting with a case. You're going back and forth, relitigating a case with AI in the middle. AI could be your opposing counsel, AI could be the judge, or AI could be playing you. Right? So this will definitely become part of the curriculum. And one of the things that, they will definitely be included in part of AI is ethics. There's a lot of ethics and values type of considerations for AI. So I can foresee, as part of the education, the AI ethics will become part of their curriculum. And the new lawyers that come out, they will come out with a set of tools that we as an industry, as a technology industry, have to develop, which will help them in their education and their lives. They'll, just like how we use cell phones today, we use them for everything. I can foresee AI becoming that tool and eventually a partner in the law firm. You could have an AI partner in the law firm. Because like you mentioned, the new revenue sources, I can foresee AI itself predicting what are the different ways that we can monetize what it's doing. And the other big thing that I see from an application standpoint is, I think the term that you had used before, it's going to democratize law. It's going to give access to justice to a lot bigger people, a lot more people. People who now have simple access to a phone will have access to all of these tools as well. And they'll become cheaper over time. So, and another area where I see this is in fraud detection. We're all dealing with frauds of all times, all types of scams. And where I see that, you're getting a call and the AI will be able to pick from there that this is not right. Something is not right with this conversation, or there's something wrong with this particular interaction that we just had. So fraud detection is another area where this will make a big change. And the other one is, language translation, and specifically legal language. So legal language is not, not the commonly spoken language. And to translate it from one language to another, keeping the same context in mind is a pretty big deal when you have a multinational company or, governments, the way they interact. So language translation specifically for legal is another area where I can see. And the last one is, I'll mention, is the contract management, which is, one of our company, which is what I can see it evolving over time where we used to pay somebody very high number of dollars for them to manage our contracts, and there were mistakes, there were compliance issues, there were timing issues, right? All of those our process contract management will become part of in law firms, but also in other businesses as well, all over the place. So those are some of the applications that I see that's going to help our the area of law and legal. And as far as issues are concerned, I think, like I mentioned before, unless there is trust, this will not work, right? Right now, there's a lot of hype. We even joke around, there's a kid's rhyme that says old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So and now, you're saying old MacDonald had a farm, A-I-A-I-O, right? It's become such a common language that our expectations have kind of gone through the roof. They've prematurely, we are so excited about this tool without looking to the very critical factor, which is trust. Because Google, Yahoo, all of these search engines went through a tough time for us to build trust. They got better over time. And this technology has been out in the larger public domain maybe for a year or so, right? Not it was there in the back offices, it was there. But from a large use, which is where the big trust factor comes in, is something that is a big issue. And I think the way to handle that is how you train it, right? So right now, like Manoj mentioned, the model that we are using for AI, the way it works is it has different brains. Those brains are called models. So the most common thing that we see right now is the language model. Like, it understands language, it understands the context of language. But now we have to tell it, okay, this is the language of law. Now we have to train it with the right inputs, right? We have to train it with the right engineering so that it thinks like a lawyer, it thinks like a judge, it thinks like a legal professional. And then that's how you train it. And though that training takes time, like you said, garbage in, garbage out. You have to train it the right content, give it the right instructions to get the right output. And then you have to train it, test it. It's continuous training, continuous testing that has to be done. And I think who can train it? It's the legal professionals, the people who are on this call, you guys, you have to train it in a way that it becomes part of your daily lives as your partner. So with that, I'll hand it back to you, Mr. Vijay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. CJ. Thank you, CJ, for giving this input and telling us about this. I will ask you some question during the question answer session. Now we are going to Mr. Sakar Yadav. Mr. Sakar, we have heard, we have not heard, we have seen so many things. When you are giving advertisement, it reflects your vision, it reflects your thinking. And when you read this without any photo, the curiosity increase multifold. So that is one marketing principle which you are following, that is tremendous. So we want to understand, because now you are taking this flag of AI in legal sector. So you have to guide, you have to tell why people should do what you are doing, how it will be helpful to everyone. This lot of things. Then we will discuss something which is missing in question answer session. Over to you, Shakar.
Thank you, Pavanji. Singh Saab said, call me CJ. But in India, we would like to call Singh Saab. That sounds like...
You can say CJ as Chief Justice as well.
I will be behind bars.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Manoj Bhaiya. I think you got me introduced to this platform. And Pavanji, I've heard great things about you from Manojji that you've been running it for such a long time, continuously. And thank you for organizing this. And I think there's one thing common between uh, how you are conducting this, Pavanji, and the advertisement that you saw is I strongly believe that uh, the best way to create a brand or the best way to do marketing is to educate somebody.
That's
Second,
right.
second important thing, because we all are professionals who are not, I mean, not me. Uh, I'm not professional in my practice, nor in my behavior, because you would have noticed that Manojji said ki, hello, can you all hear me? So I put my mic off and I said, no, I cannot hear you. So that all of you as professionals, you all know that you all cannot advertise, uh, but you all can educate. And education is the best form of advertising. So that is why those kind of ads, Pavanji,
Yeah.
number one. Number two, why those kind of advertisements also is because one other principle, which you possibly agree, I'm coming to AI also, is that people will not buy when you are selling. People will buy when they need it.
Yeah.
So if you are able to push a strong brand, a strong communication, strong trust, then I think it stays at the top of the mind. And you have companies like Tata's, etc., where it stays at the top of the mind. Coming to AI, I don't know if I am at all the right person to speak a lot on AI as the way it is perceived today. I'm absolutely a strong believer, and it is giving me sleepless nights, that it is going to disrupt a lot of things that we have not seen before. Uh, a lot of people are comparing the advent of this technology. I use this word advent because it's fairly new. Uh, I wouldn't say that we are also even 1% of what AI can do. And I'm not talking about us. The way this technology is moving, even the largest of the AI companies themselves do not know where they are going to land. And this is going to create disruption. Pavanji did say that I think it is going to create disruption for those people who are not going to accept AI. So those people who are using AI will disrupt those people who are not using AI.
Yes.
Slightly disagree with this. This is a very common thing that is being discussed, but I slightly disagree. I think people who are using AI will be in a very different form of profession. The objective of the profession or the business or the service that you're going to be. And this is like, we have GST, right? Goods and services tax, because that's very well named, because uske alawa koi aur tax bachega hi nahi. You either do sell goods or you sell services. So it is not going to disrupt only services. It's going to disrupt goods and the service businesses. So what I'm trying to say, it's going to disrupt businesses who are doing tangible products and intangible services. If I can request, I think we have also not understood what AI is. And that is why there's a lot of confusion on words like hallucination, words like what it can do, etc. So let me start with a small little request that you all should do. You all can please put on chat that you all have done it. I think we have a lot of people. We have about 100 people. So yeah, can you all open your WhatsApp, please? If yes, then you could just say yes on chat. Pavanji, have you opened?
Yeah, I have opened.
All right. On the WhatsApp, is anybody else with me? You could just on the message say yes, you have opened. Are they allowed to type? Pawanji?
They can allow type.
Yeah, you're allowed to type. So there's chat button there. You can type yes there. Anybody? Because I don't see any message. So yeah, all right. So I have started getting messages. Thank you. So open your WhatsApp and try typing a message to someone close to you. All right. There is a message box where you type your message.
Yeah.
Okay. So there must be a plus sign or a U clip sign. In an iPhone, there's a plus sign, and on a Android, there must be the U clip, the gems clip, or the paper clip sign.
Yeah.
You click that, there will be a button there called AI images. Do you see that?
Yes.
So now all of you, please click on that AI images and write a sentence. A horse with a monkey on its back, sitting on the moon. I'm typing on in the chat, a horse with a monkey on its back, sitting on the moon. Oh, maybe on the moon, not sitting. I'm just typing it on chat. On the moon. So I've put it on chat. Please see it. Exactly type the same thing. Even I will type it. A horse with a monkey on its back, sitting on the moon. On the moon. So it will take a while. It will create an image.
So just repeat: a horse with a monkey.
On its back.
Its back.
On the moon.
On the moon. Okay.
So it must have created some image for you, or it will create it. And you press the enter sign or the arrow sign next to it.
Yeah, it is creating.
Okay.
Yeah, it has come.
All right. Can you show me the image? Oh, you will not be able to show the image because you're on the phone.
Yeah.
So I will show you my image. Is it the same image?
Something like this has come.
But is it the same?
It's similar, not the same.
Not the same. Right?
Yeah.
So it has not searched the internet. So one thing we need to understand that it is not searching. A lot of people think it as a database. I'm coming to the legal part. A lot of people take AI to be something that is searching and getting out and is replicating the words, and it's giving you an answer based on that. And words like hallucination, etc., have been misconstrued that it gives fabricated citations, judgments, etc. See, when it has created this image for you, and or when you have used ChatGPT to request for a holiday or write a small little appeal or maybe write a small little letter to somebody, I think you will like it, you'll enjoy it. But that letter has never been written before, right? It is something very new. So it works on a very simple thing called prediction, right? So the entire AI engine doesn't have any data, any alphabet stored. They're all vector index of a very large voluminous data that is stored. And just to explain in a layman language, it is predicting what the next word could be or what the next character could be. And that's how it is able to create images, which is very new, which has never been done. All right. And it is not that it is existing, but at the same time, we have to have, and this is today's era. All right. We do not know how it's shaping up. But at the same time, when you tell it to write a judgment, and it creates a judgment with some fake citations, we get upset with it. You know, I have tried writing, asking so many prompts on so many GPTs and so many AI models, and I very rarely see hallucination. I very rarely see hallucination. And the reason I don't see it is because I usually write in a very long form, very explanatory manner, and it is able to get the right output. A lot of time we are writing, somebody has pasted the image here. So that's good. Trying to see the image, just hold on. Wow. So somebody, you wrote sitting on the horse. So sitting on the moon. So that's a very beautiful image. I'll just try to show it, please. So I think you all can see the image. So it's almost similar images because, and you see it's sitting on the image. So it's created a horse sitting. We usually have not seen horses sitting. Yeah, coming back. So I have very rarely seen hallucination. The problem with hallucination is that we are actually incorrectly talking to this engine, right? So we write, and we have all been, if I may use this word, googlified, right? Where we have been used to writing keywords. Write this keyword, write this keyword, write this keyword. You get some index results out, and you click on a document and you read it. And we write very short form uh, short form questions to these AI models, and therefore it tends to hallucinate. I will also request you, I'm writing a number here. All right, I've written a number, so it's an Indian number. So, okay, so please, yeah, please store this number. Please store this number as say Lex Legis. All right, store this number as Lex Legis AI. Can we do it? You can put it on chat. 104 people and 3 people saying yes. Other people are not here. I'm expecting a little more yes. So have you stored this number on your WhatsApp? Store this number on your WhatsApp as Lex Legis AI. If anybody has stored, please say yes. Let's see who's the first one. The person saying yes first, Mr. Pavan Kumar, is going to give them some kind of a reward. Has anybody stored it yet? There's some question answers here coming. Oh, yes. People are saying yes here. Chats are disabled. Please enable. Can we enable chats for some reason? Somebody said the chats are disabled. Pavanji, can you enable chats? Because somebody said the chats.
Shivam, just enable the chat if there's a problem.
See, I have written the number. So number is 99205 56100.
Yeah, I have already make a contact.
All right. So just ask it a legal question, Pavanji.
Okay.
So 99205 56100. You could just save this number if anybody has not got the number.
Because I'm using this mobile, so that's why some problems are there for me.
No problem at all, please. Anybody else, if you're able to see, answer live. Okay. So I think you'll have got it, maybe. So now you can ask it a legal question, for example, and ask a legal question that you may be actually facing.
I'm writing how to appoint independent director
All right, a good question to
in the
ask.
listed company.
A good question to ask.
Yeah, I have sent.
Okay. So if you send it, it will try to give you some answer.
This business uses a secure service from Meta to manage this chat. Tap to learn more. This is coming in my, yeah, thinking and framing response.
Correct.
Is this mostly limited to Indian corporate law? Is it broader? What is the...
Yeah, so we have taken a foundation model and fine-tuned it. So it'll of course answer things even for Canadian. I think you're in US or Canada. Where are you?
I'm in the US.
All right, so it will answer even US, but it's more grounded for Indian context.
Yeah, I got answer.
So is it relevant? Is it not relevant?
No, looks relevant.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is, a lot of queries that people used to go to professionals for solving the problems, etc. It is like, Singh Saab had said, it's going to be accessible and and affordable. Accessible is one thing, and affordable is second. A thing could be accessible, but would be affordable, for example. So it would be accessible and affordable for all. So information and basic knowledge and basic common sense, which professionals were earlier selling as a service, is going to be a real challenge. All right. So this is one thing we need to understand. And this is and when I'm saying this not knowing what the 98% of this new shift in technology is going to do. Assuming this is the 1 or 2% only that's going to happen. Even this disruption is going to be enough. For example, I'll give you another example on the medical space, for example, and try to understand iski gambhirta ko samajhe. Try to understand the impact of this. And this is something that has happened internally within our company and group. A senior person of my company got me a pathological report, जो हम लोग pathology labs में जाते हैं, a pathological report. And so we have another fine-trained model for medical that we are working on. We gave that pathological report to that model. It came out with a very detailed answer that parameter 1, we have calcium parameter, we have things like cholesterol levels, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, a lot of things. We have how is your calcium in the body, how is your various protein level, various nutrients that are there. So it said that these 3 parameters are low. That's absolutely okay. But because these 2 parameters have risen when these 3 parameters have gone down, it seems to be a case of leukemia. Remember, it's just a normal blood test. And it said that these 3 parameters are low. So a normal doctor would usually tell you कि आप ये nutrition ले लो, आप ये iron tablet ले लो. But it said that these 3 are less. That's okay. But these 2 went up. When these 3 went down, it seems to be a case of leukemia. You are advised to even then, because as models we tell them that do not never say as that you are confident. Always say that you don't know, but you're advised to consult a lawyer, consult a professional, consult a medical practitioner. 3 months later, 70,000 rupees later of tests done later, it was exactly the same result, derived from some other ways of finding out how a leukemia is. Now you understand that if these kind of things pick up, what do you think? And if, like Singh Saab said, that it's going to be accessible and affordable to all. So after doing the blood test, will you want to go and show to a doctor? Or when these things become more evolved, would you want to first ask an AI, what do you think it is? And when you have large companies like Apollo's or the Tatas selling this as a service to people, backed by hundreds of doctors, and the research and efforts by lawyers and all these kind of in whatever field, what do you think are going to happen to the rest? So I'm absolutely not a believer in saying that ये तो बहुत छोटी सी चीज है अब आगे. No, I think there is a big disruption in place, a very big disruption that's going to happen, and we all need to understand how to evolve our practice, our profession, and the way forward. And the people who are better prepared to accept and move faster are going to evolve and be able to offer the base objective of their profession in a better way. So doctors which are just doing medical practice, general medicines, for example, I possibly see in the next 3 years to 4 years time, if the government doesn't intervene to stop this availability, I see 60-70% of them really not having business, or business really going down. For example, now let me tell you a different aspect from the professional angle, where I'm involved in certain discussions with the government. And I'm talking about two very different professionals apart. Some of you may be chartered accountants here, or income tax practitioners here, or the GST practitioners here. There is a very large push in the government that why can we not bundle the returns of the income tax and the GST to make it a single return in the country, that it gets uploaded somewhere, and whoever requires it can pull data out of that. So if a department, income tax department, requires certain data out of it, it will pull that data out. So at least what will happen is that notices for mismatch between the income tax return and GST returns will go. Now, what is the thing that I want you to notice here is the government is using AI, and earlier, which would have taken maybe 5-6 years, and the governments may have changed, or at least for sure, the ministers would have changed. If not that, at least for sure, the officers or the bureaucrat or the IS officers working there would have changed in 5-6 years. Now the government is able to understand, instruct, and draw outputs, and that in this new return, what are the fields that we need to have. So the government could come out with an output within a month with various discussions and delays and procrastinations and red tapeisms, and still come out with an output or decision in 1 month's time, compared to the earlier 5-6 years. And this decision from somebody who is a government pushing it will again change the way how the professional community works. So my request to you is that don't please underestimate the AI, that this is the end. I can also tell you in confidence that we are at the weak AI stage. We are at the responses on the web are a little slow, so please bear with it. That's okay. So on the WhatsApp is slow. We are on a very less GPU. We are just testing it out. This is just for a test, a beta release. So we are at a weak AI stage. We are absolutely at a weak AI stage. So we would not say that's a strong AI, and all the chat GPT of the world are extremely weak companies. We are maybe in the year 2026 or 27, we are going to move towards uh, we are going to move towards uh, uh, an AGI stage, which is artificial general intelligence. It's going to be little more powerful logically, in the sense it will be able to give you answers with not with reasoning, etc. We're already seeing some of the models out. And maybe by the year 2030 or earlier, we will see something that is called the super AI stage. And the super AI stage, it's going to have something that what we believe as humans, we have something that's called emotions. And we will be in that stage. I can also tell you for sure, like all of you have this device, right? It's called a mobile device. 25 years ago, for all those people who are above 40 and were working 25 years ago or 20 years ago, you didn't have a mobile phone in your hand. But now, in every home, there must be 4 or 5 mobile phones. There must be many mobile phones with 2 SIM cards. If this was discussed 25 years ago, you would say no. In the same way, robotics and AI are going to change the world like we have never, never, never known before. So AI is only the soft interaction. But what if this interaction moves to hardwares? So that is what is going to happen next. And we are going to see robotics AI. So for people who are deciding what their children should do, should they do computer science or they should do what? I think robotics, aeronautics are the future on how it's going to be. And of course, the base things like roti, kapra, makan is of course going to be there. But this is going to be there. Now, coming back to a more topical statement on what AI is going to do for law. So we believe after a lot of research that it's going to there's primarily just 3 things that happen in most professional law firms, and we call it the legal aid, AID. A stands for ask. You do legal research. A very small example of it is what you're seeing on the WhatsApp, what I shared with you on that number I shared with you. We have more elaborate models. If you all want, I can show it to you. We have something as interact. So AID, A is for ask, legal research. I is for interact. Interact where you want to do document interaction. And D is drafting. And drafting is the most difficult in law. It's not easy. And because these AIs don't inherently have a lot of data on legally trained data. So the languages are very literature based, very colloquial language based, and not very legal. So you don't want to write to a judge that, hey, hi, how are you? Dear judge, how are you? So drafting is a really big challenge we are trying to solve. While basic drafting, they're like what chat GPTs and others give, I think that's a very easy thing. But if you really want a very polished, very good language, I think it's still a struggle for us that we are doing it. Maybe in the next few months, you should be able to see something very, very dramatic out uh, in the drafting. So in the legal research, you could ask a question, it would give you an inference, but because you have asked an incorrect question or a question which is not complete, it may hallucinate, in the sense like it drew the horse, it may try to draw a judgment for you. So what we do is we go through an iterative process of rechecking every output it is giving with any judgments that actually exist. So if the judgments exist, we recheck and rephrase the draft, and this iterative loop, we deeply ground it to a large volume of existing database that we have. So in any legal AI, there will be three processes that will be used. On the top, there will be statutes. Then there will be regulations, or the circulars, notifications, instructions, etc. And then the case laws at various levels, the Supreme Court, the High Court, and the various levels. So for giving answers, what we do is we first look at the statutes, then we look at the regulations, and then the case laws. And we try to give an inference as an output with relevant source documents. Like I told you in the start, the game is of trust. All right. Singh Saab said, AI, AIO, and that's exactly, it's become more of a very common thing. People are not really taking it seriously, but the people who are using it now that we see are really benefiting from it. And the trust is the main thing in this. And how are we overcoming trust? We are trying to ensure you that there's no hallucination by giving you an explainable AI. It is called an XAI, explainable AI, and the source documents. This will give you a lot of trust. All right. So this is what we are giving you. And yeah, and in the future, I think I'm expecting a lot of boutique firms giving the same quality of service that large law firms, professional consulting firms, etc. are giving. You may have a 21-year-old boy starting with a friend and giving all the same kind of services with a 45-year-old consulting firm with about 40 people working in it. All right. And that is going to be really game changer, because the best quality of work will be able to give it at much lower price. While having said a lot of negative things, before I start taking up questions, if you want to see a demo, I can show you a demo. If you want to see a presentation, but I just thought it's better if I speak. Having said this, I understand that as it's going to be more affordable and it's going to be more accessible, so justice is going to be accessible to everybody. And not only justice, a lot of information is going to be accessible to everybody for people to take the right decision. And when people will take the right decision, ultimately what's going to happen, it's ultimately going to lower the cost of a lot of things. I'm expecting with lesser money, we will be able to have, as more of these technologies improve, we will be able to have a better quality of life than what's there. I think I'm open for question answers. Yeah, I have some here. How can we inculcate AI in legal profession? So what I can just show you something very briefly. What we are, yeah. So I'll just show you some slides. So on what we are doing, it'll possibly give you some insights and take up more questions. My screen is visible, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's called Lex Legis, Lexicon on Legislations. In India today, there are about 4 crore cases pending. About 1.35 crore cases were filed last year in various courts, tribunals, etc. Almost 60,000 cases every working day. 60,000 cases every working day. This workload is managed by 15 lakh professionals and advocate. Indian laws are complex, and the traditional way of searching on Google and all is all going to be outdated. We are already seeing that you must be using less of search engines and more of the GPTs, because it's coming out faster. That's my father in the background. That's me. My father was late chief commissioner. I had come out of the National Defense Academy, and we started working on making the largest database. We first started with the income tax, and then we started working on all the judgments. We worked with the National Judicial Reference System to make the largest repository of appeals, and 25 we launched India's LLM. This is one slide which speaks. We've trained it on 10 million documents, almost 20 billion tokens worth of data. Tokens are units of measurement of AI because AI could do audio, video, text. So they cannot be characters. So it's about 100 tokens is 75 words approximately, if you want to understand. I think it has been well said before in this meeting today that it works on Gigo, but it doesn't work on Gigo because there is a word stored place. Understand that. It works on Gigo because let me tell you that interesting thing. So you'll understand the difference I'm trying to say. So if I have got 100 lines which says Ram is a good boy, Ram is a good boy, Ram is a good boy, Ram is a good boy. So if I'm typing in, or if it's predicting, it will learn because of the number of times Ram is a good boy, it has been able to learn. And when I say Ram is a, the good and boy will come out automatically as the next word. You may have seen it in Gmail. Some very brief example is on WhatsApp. When you're typing, 3 words come up at the bottom, which is the most likely word that you're using. But if there is one judgment by an high court saying that, so this was a tribunal, 10 tribunal said Ram is a good boy. And an high court said Ram is a, and somebody contested and said that Ram is a, I should not use the word Ram, so I'm using the word Amit. Amit is a good boy, Amit is a good boy, Amit is a good boy. And then it goes to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says that Amit is a bad boy. Now, tomorrow, if I'm searching, the AI, because of the learning, when I say Amit is a, it will say good boy because there are more chances that Amit is a good boy. It predicts the next word based on, in very simple language, how many times things have been occurring before. In the present model, all right. So in the legal context, because there are hierarchy of judgments, we take a lot of effort to ground it and to explain that Supreme Court is more valuable and give you judgments and give you answers based on that. So the GIGO, in that perspective, if you understand that garbage in, garbage out is not entirely true, because AI, Amit is a good boy, good boy, good boy, and then Supreme Court says that Amit is a bad boy, then, you know, ultimately in the AI model, it has got that Amit is a good boy 10 times. And it has got Amit as a bad boy only once by the Supreme Court. So it is not incorrectly trained. Okay. And but it is not able to understand the weightage of the various courts, etc., what we are trying to specialize in. We tested our outputs with various GPTs, and outputs were very much preferred. We are solving for 3 things: hallucination, explainable AI, and source references. We're giving you quick, accurate, bias-free, comprehensive, and secured outputs. We have 3 models: ask, interact, and draft. That is the AID. So I can just run over it. We're coming with more features. You could draft RHPs, etc., the red herring prospectuses, etc. So making it for everybody, we're making it Hindi. So on the WhatsApp, if you can try, but there must be Hindi speaking, Tamil speaking, and all other languages. So you could try, yes, because it's yet in beta, but it would, I think, try to give you, you could ask a question in Hindi. It would try to give you the answer in Hindi. Or if you try to ask it in some other language, it will try to give you the answer in some other language. So government departments, professionals, etc. So intending to go outside India also with this technology and the solution that we have. So these are some of our global competitors. In fact, you would like to know that OpenAI has invested in a company called Harvey. OpenAI itself is an AI model. So yes, these kinds require some kind of fine training and tuning. And not only fine training and tuning, it also requires deep grounding and to keep it updated, so that in case there is one Supreme Court decision which says Amit is a bad boy, it should take it that Amit is a bad boy. So it requires a lot of effort, and therefore it is. That's some of our key people here in the company. Yeah, so this is a bigger problem, right? With technology coming in, and it's a problem for a shorter time. We have over 10 million judgments. Many people think that this is the big solution, but we have a 4.4 crore backlog. The problem is we're expecting about 10 crore cases coming up, So when technology, AI, etc., is going to be accessible to everybody and affordable to everybody, we are actually seeing the disputes go up for some time. So that, people, because people now have knowledge that I have been cheated. So I want to go to court. So because now they will be able to draft faster, they will be able to research faster, they will be able to also litigate faster. So in some short time, I think the litigation part or the legal part requirement is going to go up. But I think the government, if it is active, it may or will come out with regulations, rules, clarity, etc., which will again get that curve down. So the litigation will start coming down. So we're working on a project called Nyaya Prava, which is an ODR platform, an online dispute platform, so that we strongly believe that courts are bodies for justice and not for personal disputes. And a lot of time we go with personal disputes to courts, and that's just a lot of very petty disputes or petty issues of, a bank trying to do a recovery and have not recovered and go. So I think government is going to mandate a lot of these ODR kind of things where uh, uh, you know uh, where they can solve all of these things without going to court. The tribunals, etc., were formed because of these reasons. So I can just try to show you. I'll try to log in. And if I get the SMS, if I have access here, 7656. So you could possibly, so I'm showing you a deeper research model, So I could ask a question. So like I told you in the middle that we are Googlified in the sense we tend to type questions with a not correctly framed. So the first box was to help you frame your question better. So we automatic frame questions better for you. Then it is important when this little paralegal assistant has understood your question properly or not. So it first tells you whether I have understood your question properly or not. And then it says that, let me do some research. And then we are right now the only company in the world which is giving you an IRAC format, which is issue, rule, application, and conclusion. It's a standard format for doing legal research. So if I ask you today, how do you do your legal research? You would say, I go to Google, I ask a friend, I look up my books, I look up my notes. But is there a standard format? So on all Ivy League schools, they say that you should identify the issue, state the rule, see the precedents, see the application, and give the summary, right? So apart from all of this, we are also giving you with explanation on all of this. We are also giving you something which is, for example, a source document. So you could go and open the source document and read the source document yourself if you want. Or if you just want to deep dive in the source document, it could just read the entire judgment and summarize it for you. So this is not all. You could go and do interaction. You could do translations. You could do compare. What did Mr. Hari Bhakti say in document number 1, which is not said in document number 2? You could also possibly upload multiple documents and say that I want to do a document comparison, for example. So it would read the documents and in seconds do document comparisons for you. So this could be large documents, and what it would do is it would draw up a table. It could do a lot of things. You could write your own instructions. It could be various it could be various different judgments, various orders. For example, one company where we have, it says they have got about 400 rented properties, and they want to know which of the properties are we don't have an auto renewal clause. I mean, it's a hotel industry and they have got 400 properties which are on rent, and they want to find out where all we don't have an auto renewal clause, because they don't want to be suddenly in September, it's expiring and usme auto renewal nahi hai, and then the guy gives you notice. So here, for example, I could draw, compare, or things like this. So a lot of use case. And of course, there's a lot of drafting coming up. We're coming up with some 2000 templates. So supposing if you want to draft a template, etc., it could come up. But this is going to be a lot more refinement. You will really love the output in the coming weeks and months. But all of this is available. These are the first few things that are available to people who are into law practice and other professions here. That can be there. I'll just pick up any other questions that is there. What is IRAC? IRAC is issue, rule, application, and conclusion. It is a standard way that we are coming up with more solutions, CREAC, IRAC, etc. The standard formats of doing legal research, more logical and more well-explained scientific approaches to doing legal research. Can AI be used to reduce number of pending cases in the courts? Yes, Mr. Venkat Sandipudi. In fact, we have done one pilot where we were able to bunch one of the use of machine learnings. We were able to bunch some 17,000 cases which were of similar issue in matter of minutes, where the matter was already decided in the Supreme Court, but it was still being pursued at the tribunal level on the same issue. For example, carrying a black phone is not allowed, and it's a matter on Supreme Court that it is allowed, for example. And if there is somebody still arguing at the tribunal level, so if we can identify these issues and not just sections, because each sections may have multiple issues, all right. And so if we can identify those questions of law, so it will of course expedite a lot of pending cases. So I can also tell you something very, very, very interesting, which I have it here, I guess. I'll just like to show it to you. My desk is, yeah. So I like to show you here. This is a very heart touching letter that I've received. This has come from Kolhapur Karagre. Karagre is a jail. I have received this letter from a father and son who have written from the Kolhapur, this thing, that I have read so much about AI and legal AI. I think I have been wrongly framed, and I have crossed half the sentence of what is the full sentence of the crime that they have accused me, where I have still not been found guilty. I have not been able to get a lawyer in Kolhapur to help me with this case. Can you help me, give me some output on this? So this is a young boy who's finished his graduation. I will not read his name, but you can see his handwritten letter that I have received from the Kolhapur Karagra. If you see closely, it says Kolhapur Karagra. And he's asking me this. So you see how things are changing, and where it is going, and how this young boy is, and his father is a farmer. So you can understand how things are changing. All right, please. I leave it to all of you for questions. Sorry for taking so much time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sakar. Thank you very much for giving a different perspective of entire thing. And I think your insight is really useful for all of us. As you are aware that we are having the question answer session, which is I have already received yesterday through mail also. So I'm just asking these questions to my panelists, and 6 o'clock we will close it. Now the first is how the court is responding to AI generated content, especially in jurisdiction like India, where judgment are nuanced.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
All right, the court is coming up very strictly, but I can tell you, I don't know a lot of senior judges, but I know a lot of people in judiciary. There is not one person I know who's not using AI.
But they are using AI, but when you are giving something through AI, they oppose it.
No, they are not opposing AI. The intent is to have the responsibility to submit in the court that if you are using an AI model and which is giving you some kind of hallucinated output, it is your responsibility before you submit in the court that you find out that those inferences, those explanations, and those citations are correct or not. There has been not a single case anywhere in the world where the judge has said that I don't want the AI petition. The judge has said, I don't want you to write any citation which you have not checked. Please understand that AI is your paralegal today. It's like a junior giving you something. Don't just copy it and go and submit it. Please vet it.
Okay. Manoj, what should be the young legal professional learn today to AI ready in 5 years? I will ask this question from you and then Ms. Sakar also.
Can you please repeat?
What should a young legal professional learn today to be AI ready in 5 years?
First of all, he should be using the AI, using all the platforms available, and then evaluating which platforms would be suitable for him.
Okay. Sakar?
5 years?
Yeah. 5 years is very high. I should say 1 year. Because
I think yeah, absolutely right. 5 year, पवन जी हम लोग यही रहेंगे. कोविड को 5 साल हो गया. 5 years, if you are not upgrading yourself,
you're outdated. I should revise the question. 1 year. You just
yeah,
because,
and
yeah.
Pavan ji, not outdated, huh? You're out.
Yes, yes. There was a outdated mean you are in existence, but we are not able to compete. But here you will be totally out. That is absolutely right. Okay. So what professional should do? Sakar, what profession should do?
I heard it, man. लेकिन मैं मनोज जी के लिए वो जवाब देंगे.
I'm asking. Manoj has given an answer. Yeah, I'm asking you. Then I will ask Mr. CJ also because his experience. What do you suggest, Sakar? What legal professional should be ready and what they should learn?
Very interesting. I think a long form answer I do not know, but I think the short form answer, I'm assuming I'm suggesting my younger brother or my child who's doing it.
Yes.
So I think try to form your professional practice in a way which is not so high in cost, but you should be able to service a large more, maybe 10,000, maybe about 500% more people. You're taking a lot of time in trying to service one person. So you should try to see if you can now service 5 people rather than just one person. This is the first step that you should do initially in the first 5 months from today. And then maybe things will shape up. I don't have a clear answer today, but things will definitely shape up much more clearer. But today, can you service more people than what you're servicing today with better output? I think that's what you should try to do.
And reduce costs.
I think money saved is money earned, and with this, if you're able to save cost, then why not? But when many people say save cost, they think of putting people out. So I'm not saying why should you put people out. I'm saying why don't you get in more people to serve?
Yeah. CJ, your view.
Yeah, I think for young professionals, what I would say is adapt this technology for in different aspects of your life, on all aspects of your life. Then this will become very natural to you when you have to use it in your professional space. So AI is everywhere right now, and we've heard a number of examples today. So if you adapt it in your daily course of life, just the way we adapted to phones to using for everything, then ideas will come to you as to how this will make you better, a better professional, a better student, a better, a legal professional. So,
okay, Sakar, a very interesting question which I just framed it. Because in Indian judiciary, you know the system. Judiciary is not working on the basis of law and only, they work on empathy also. So can AI ever replicate the judgment and empathy needed in high stake judgment or any judgment which require human touch?
We are seeing this coming in the next 12 months to 14 months time. The initial feel, you will already start getting it maybe by mid 2026, late 2026, where we will be able to see. I think we are not able to explain empathy, right? Empathy is because we have not been able to write what empathy is. And so I think we'll reach an era where we'll be able to have a logical form for empathy. And uh, I think we are not far from that time. I don't agree that empathy हमारे रूह में या हमारे आत्मा में है. It is a logical thing in the brain that we have not been able to explain. It is a set of emotions that we have a logical explanation to, but we've not been never been challenged to explain. I think we'll be able to do that in few months to come in time. But yes, empathy plus law is going to be very much possible. Sorry,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, Manoj, as we are coming to closing this session, okay. So I just want to ask 30 seconds from all the my panelists that they can summarize, they can give a message to all our participants. Manoj, I'm starting with you.
So my first thing would be, as Sakar has said, as CJ has said, the way it is going to disrupt, we even can't imagine. So we have to be prepared for it. And by preparation, what I mean is that we have to just imbibe it in our life.
Okay. Okay.
We have to continuously use, not continuously be upgrading ourselves. So continuous use of AI models, that has to be inbuilt in your system. That's how you have to move ahead. That's my
Okay.
message to the community.
CJ, your message.
I think this technology, we have to adapt, but we also have to challenge. The more we challenge it, the better it's going to become. We have to challenge it to give you better quality. We have to challenge it to reduce cost, and you have to challenge it so that it makes a overall better user experience.
Okay. Sakar, your final comment.
So my mantra is that there is change. We have to accept change, but we have to understand that three things that you have to understand is Saraswati. Keep going for Saraswati. Lakshmi will automatically follow. And if you have Saraswati and Lakshmi, Kali will automatically follow. All right. The problem is that we possibly are worried about what will happen to a profession, what will happen to the money, etc. Keep this attitude of the inquisitive attitude of a child, right? Grow old by your hair, etc., but not by your attitude, right? So please understand that if you keep following your Saraswati, Lakshmi will follow. And if Lakshmi and Saraswati are there, you'll also be powerful. Okay. And if you remember, I mean, if you know that आम के पेड़ पे आम का ही फल होता है, आम के पेड़ पे कद्दू नहीं हो सकता है, लौकी नहीं हो सकता है. If you have been brought up in a way and you all are professionals and lawyers, etc. So don't worry about it. You know, it's absolutely going to be there. आप लोग आम के पेड़ में हैं, आप लोग के परिवार अच्छे हैं, तो आम के पेड़ पे आम का ही फल होने वाला है. बट रिमेंबर, मीठा आम वही होता है जिसको धूप मिलता है, और वो धूप है is the knowledge of is inquisitiveness that you can have. If you have inquisitiveness, nothing can shake your ground. It's AI or anything. You will be able to accept change and be able to move forward.
Absolutely right. You are perfectly right. Don't blindly execute. Ask, understand, and grow faster than your role. So this is inquisitiveness definition, which I was always feeling. Friends, now this is a time to close our session because we have discussed the very interesting portion. And as you are aware that I'm always 100% favoring the use of technology. And I'm telling every professional wherever I'm going that technology use is the mantra for your success. If you are not doing this, then you will not be in a position to compete with anybody. Uh, no doubt, this AI is very, very important, but we have to see some challenges will also come. Data privacy, security issue, algo biased and fairness, which something Mr. Sakar has created the clearance of some doubts. Then ethical and legal accounting, that is also. And the new practice, which I was just suggesting, that new types of work will also come in the picture. So, with these things, I think the future is very bright. People should not fear. I'm using the AI in a big way. And Mr. Sakar, you were saying that pathological report. You were saying in different direction, but I was traveling with my friend, with my client, and he was saying I have this problem. So I put it his pathological report, and I told him what you have to eat and what you have not to eat. So quickly, and then I talked to my one of the uncle. He has some problem, so there is a contradictory disease also. Something they are saying you eat, some disease they are saying don't eat this. Okay, so uh, I put it there and I ask that these are my uncle's problem. Analyze, so they make the summary, and I ask now on the basis of this summary, what should I eat differently? You are telling eat this, but now you comprehensively tell me. So many things were out in this. So it is really a tool which will change. And I'm telling all of you, this is my experience, because you are also doing, and Manoj is also doing. Mr. CJ is a part of this entire technological field. Sakar, Manoj, and CJ, the people have, they're just fearful, but I'm saying everybody will use technology of AI. Just see what will be the word will be better, the word will be more innovative, the word will be more effective. Today, in my office there are so many students, those who are from so many employees, those who are from the small town, or they are from Hindi medium, so their English is not up to the mark. But now after the AI, they are coming out with true colors. True colors mean their hidden talent is coming out, because they were facing problem of only language, and the language is over now, and now they are writing, doing, giving his mind analytical things that they are giving. It is so. This is one example I'm telling, that all these people, those who were, just because of language, just because of some weakness, they were not able to do things, and they are, because of this inferiority, other important thing was hiding automatically, and they were not coming out properly. Now with this, I hope things will be better, things will be good, and all professionals should be ready. And I'm telling you very, and when I was taking session in professional चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, मैं अब उनसे पूछता था तुम काम क्या करते हो, तुम क्लेरिकल काम करते हो, you're doing clerical work. Just use technology, so your clerical work will, technology will do, and you do the analytical work. And if I can show you, Shakar, my 2007 or 8 9 presentation, what we are saying today, it is reflected there. All these points which we are talking, that it is there, and I will share with you, I'll share with all of you the my presentation. Just I'll give you the date also, that this will happen, and this is happening. And it is so, it is right time to adopt, right time to use, a right time to flourish in your career, in your profession. With this thing, thank you very much. Thank you, CJ, for your giving time. Manoj and Sakar wants to say something. Yeah, please.
No, no. Whenever I go to speak, I get some flowers or bouquets or something. आपको कोई कम से कम virtual flower या bouquet is something you should give, no?
Actually, our flower is because we are doing this webinar free of cost since last so many years, and the public comments and public applause is. But I got it now. The monkey on the moon. I will provide this type of bouquets to everyone through this.
Correct, correct.
We will do. No, but after the program, we are sending you the letters, and we are sending you
No, no,
the.
I'm kidding, Baba. I'm just kidding. It's
No,
just
no,
on
no,
a
no,
lighter
Ajay.
note.
Like, I know, but I'm just informing this. So, and thank you very much to all. And friends, this journey of knowledge sharing will continue. The next Friday, that is a Good Friday. So, on 18th, we will not having a program because there's a holiday, and people are also waiting for our webinar. So, we are not doing, but next Friday after this, we will have some new topic, new issue, and new thought-provoking things with the speaker from regulator, from the industry, and from the professional side. Till then, goodbye. See you.
Thank you, Singh Saab, for the flowers.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.